All right, so then what is Zazen?
Zazen is a sitting practice to become aware of who we truly are.
Okay.
Zen is the ways and means to becoming sane. We are so busy in our minds, always busy. I want this, I want that. It's so nourished. The greed and anger and delusion is nourished in our world. Get this and you'll get that. You know, work hard for a big house, big car. You know, step over anyone to try to get it. And in the midst of that is this wild horse mind, or this monkey mind, that is me. And Zazen practice is the sitting practice where we sit and we listen to this idea, this mind going on and on and on. And while doing the practice over and over, more and more often, that mind of me becomes quieter, still.
And so that's the process of becoming sane? to still that wild, crazy me mind?
Yes. It is the answer, it is the question, everything. Who am I? Why am I here? Who are these strange people that I'm sitting with?
Okay. And so Zazen and Zen are two different things?
Not one, not two.
Okay.
The ego is made up of 5 elements: feeling, thought, form, volition, and consciousness. And during deep prajnaparamita, which is basically deep zazen, a person with compassion, heart, can discover that those 5 elements that make up that ego is fundamentally empty. It's fundamentally shunyata. But don't take my word for it. Sit and see for yourself. Is this true?
Okay.
It's not an easy thing to do, but it is the most beautiful thing that has ever happened to me. The Buddha, which means the awakened one, which many people don't know, that's what Buddha actually means the awakened one. Buddhism is awakeningism. And awakening to what? Awakening to
So this sitting meditation and zazen comes out of Buddhism? Is that the...
Zen, what I'm teaching here is zazen. Zazen and Zen is part of each other. They're both part of each other. Zen literally means to absorb, or absorbing. Absorbing what? Well, come down and find out. Absorbing each other, ourselves. Absorbing ourselves. Just breathing. Zazen means to sit, to sit. Zen to absorb. So we're sitting in absorption. That's literally what it means. Zazen is much more easier to do in a group, which we call Sangha in Buddhism. And the group is a great support for this practice, for sitting practice. And the way we do that is we usually sit in full lotus, or half lotus, or Burmese, with a 3-point structure, 2 knees and our butt in a stationary stable, because we want to be as still as possible in mind and in body. Next we come to the universal mudra, which is the left hand in the right hand. The thumbs are touching but not touching. And touching but not touching. And we keep our mind there. We put our mind in between our thumbs, touching but not touching. And we watch that. We keep our mind on that, literally. The back is straight and upright, pushed, arched up, sitting up. Our shoulders are loose. Put those down. Our breath, our breathing, is most important. Breath. Spiritus literally means breath in Latin. So, spiritus, breath. And we watch the breath, breathing on its own, by itself. Breathing deep in our spiritual muscle, which is our diaphragm. We're not forcing it, we're letting it go, letting it be. Breathe on its own. In our beginning for a beginning student, counting our breaths is very important. Counting on every exhale of the breath, starting at 1. 2. 10. And then back to 1. And what will happen is, over time, in the beginning student, keeping your body still, your back erect, your eyes 3 meters out, in stillness, minding the space, touching, your thumbs touching but not touching. and just breathing. And when we start doing this, we encounter this craziness inside of our minds. Busy, 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 busy. And we don't like it because we've never experienced it before. We've never seen it before. It's always been hidden in the mess of things. But when you sit down, you start realizing that this craziness, this busy mind has been in control, or at least thought to be in control. And these tools that help us become more aware of our body on the outside, the breathing, counting our breaths, minding being still, not moving, sitting upright, being still with our eyes fixed on one spot, and counting our breaths. And when we get lost in thought, which happens all the time for beginning students, we'll forget what we're doing, we'll come back to, oh, I'm supposed to be counting my breaths. And we always come back to one. One. Two.
Well, you've answered my next question already.
How to do Zazen?
Yes, exactly. But that's okay.
Well, I would have thought that, but...
That's all right. We can just move on.
Well, there's a lot to doing this, and there's not much at all. And what, so, this is not an easy path to take. This Zazen practice is all the time. It's cutting the thoughts, cutting. We realize that at some point, our thoughts come from nowhere, and they go to nowhere. So what's going on when you first sit down is that your mind is constantly moving. Busy, and over time it starts getting busy, until it's less busy.
Okay, so I think a good follow-up here would actually be, can someone who follows a different religion or a different belief system practice Zazen, or does it have
Absolutely.
more of a religious?
Absolutely. From this perspective, Buddhism is not a religion. There's no belief involved in Buddhism. But absolutely, you can believe in anything you want. Just sit. Just sit. Satsang. See for yourself.
It just makes
The practice is working on yourself. is working on this person. Who am I? Why am I here? All of us ask these questions. And to really get to the bottom of it is to find the answer. What is it? Who is here, who is asking? And maybe if we look around us, we might be able to realize who we truly are.
So, what can someone who has never sat zazen before, never sat with you before, coming in for their first session, expect?
They would probably, it would probably be very difficult for them. But I will always be here to support them and their practice of sitting. Sitting is so important from this perspective, like yoga. It's like yoga for the mind. And it is just as important, if not more so, because of the benefit of it, because of the point of it, which is to awaken.
Okay. So my final question is, where can someone go if they want to find out more about either Zazen, your practice that you lead here, or, wow, I completely got that backwards. Okay.
That's okay. You can go to
Okay.
Wild Horse on Facebook. Wild Horse Zendo, Zendo.
Okay.
You can Facebook search. And follow us on Facebook to keep up with, what's going on in the Zendo and reminders to sit Zen. And I'm here on Tuesday evenings from 6 to 9. Wednesday mornings, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. Also Sunday morning, 9 o'clock to 11, and 7 o'clock to 9 on Sunday evening. Please show up at the beginning of the sits, and you can sit for as long as you want. You can sit for, and you can leave in between Zazen sitting practice, which is approximately 25 minutes of sitting meditation, followed by 5 minutes of walking meditation. At which point you can leave the line, go home, or go to the bathroom and go home. This is not strict zazen, rinzai, very strict.
Yeah, that's it. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.